That voice, the whole world knows it. A voice of pain, of anger, and of hope. A voice that defined the sound of an entire generation. We all know Chester Bennington, the frontman of Linkin Park, the man whose screams spoke for those who no longer had the strength to speak. But today, we're going beneath the surface. Who was Chester when the spotlight faded and the microphone fell silent? Did you know he once worked at Burger King? That he was so broke, he had his first wedding ring tattooed on his finger? Or that he was a huge Madonna fan? Today, we're not just looking at the hits, we're uncovering the lesser-known stories, the passions, the struggles, and the moments that shaped one of the most complex and iconic artists of our time. This is the real Chester Bennington. Early days, from Burger King to big dreams. Before he ever stood on stage, Chester Bennington was flipping burgers at Burger King. He was barely 18, earning just enough to survive and to buy his first microphone. He would later say that working those long shifts taught him humility and focus, and that every small step mattered if it brought him closer to music. The tattooed wedding rings. When Chester married his first wife, Samantha, in 1996, they were so broke they couldn't afford wedding rings. Instead, they tattooed matching rings on their fingers, a symbol of love without luxury, and a reminder that commitment means more than gold. The demo that changed his life. In 1999, on his 23rd birthday, Chester skipped his own party to finish a demo tape for an unknown band called Xero, the group that would soon become Linkin Park. That choice changed his life. Weeks later, the demo landed on a Warner Brothers desk, and the world would never be the same. A rock star who loved Madonna. Despite being the voice of modern rock, Chester often admitted that he was a lifelong Madonna fan. He admired how she kept reinventing herself, something he tried to do in his own career. For him, art was never about fitting in. It was about evolving. Hollywood cameos. Chester also appeared briefly in a few movies: Crank, High Voltage, and Saw 3D. In Saw 3D, he played a man trapped in one of the film's deadly devices, a haunting metaphor considering his lifelong battle with inner pain. Left-handed, right-handed player. Chester was naturally left-handed, but he taught himself to play guitar right-handed. It was classic Chester, determined, stubborn, and endlessly curious. Before Linkin Park, Grey Daze. Before fame, he fronted an Arizona band called Grey Daze. They recorded 2 albums and played in small, smoky clubs. But those songs carried the raw emotion that would later define his voice. Before his death, Chester was planning a reunion. His bandmates later completed the project as a tribute, releasing Amends 2020 and The Phoenix 2022. Living his childhood dream. As a kid, Chester idolized Stone Temple Pilots, and in 2013, he became their lead singer, a full-circle moment that he called a dream come true. He recorded the EP High Rise with them, proving that even legends can still be fans. The name Linkin Park. The band's original name was Hybrid Theory. Chester suggested Linkin Park after a park he passed every day on his way to rehearsals. Since the domain name was too expensive, they simply changed the spelling, and Linkin Park was born. The adventurous foodie. Friends called Chester a true food adventurer. At restaurants, he would close his eyes and point randomly at the menu, just to try something new. He believed that life, like music, was meant to be explored. Reggae spirit. Few fans know that Chester loved reggae and Bob Marley. His early dreadlocks in the Grey Daze era were inspired by that sound. He said reggae reminded him of peace, something he searched for his whole life. His father, the detective. Chester's father was a police detective who specialized in child abuse cases. Chester later revealed that he himself was a victim of abuse and that his music became a way to process that trauma. Songs like Crawling and Breaking the Habit were born from those buried wounds. The club tattoo legacy. Chester wasn't just a musician, he was an entrepreneur. Together with Sean Dowdle, his friend from Daze, he co-owned a chain of tattoo studios called Club Tattoo, which became one of the most famous in Arizona. Lessons from Kelly Slater. Chester loves sports, especially surfing and basketball. He learned to surf from the legend Kelly Slater himself. On the waves, he found the calm that fame could never give him. Dead by Sunrise. His side project, Dead by Sunrise, had a haunting name. It reflected his battle with addiction and insomnia. Chester said, "I felt like if I partied all night, I might be dead by sunrise." Music was his therapy, his way out of the dark. The song he hated. Ironically, Chester admitted he hated One Step Closer. Even though it launched Linkin Park's career, he said it felt too simple and didn't represent him later in life. But he kept performing it for the fans who loved it. The broken wrist. During a 2007 concert in Melbourne, Chester jumped off the stage during the first song and broke his wrist. He finished the entire show before going to the hospital. It became one of the most legendary moments of his career. The Prankster. Despite the darkness in his lyrics, Chester was known for his humor. He loved pranks, laughter, and mischief. He'd hide bandmates' things, change lyrics mid-rehearsal, and make everyone laugh till they cried. "Laughter," he said, "is how I keep the darkness away." First recordings at 15. At just 15, Chester recorded a demo with his first band, Sean Dowdle and his friends. It was a 3-song cassette, the very beginning of a voice that would soon echo around the world. The final day. Chester died on July 20th, 2017, the day his close friend Chris Cornell would have turned 53. He was the godfather of Cornell's son and deeply affected by Chris's passing just 2 months earlier. Their friendship and their shared struggles remain a heartbreaking symbol of empathy and pain. The legacy lives on. Chester Bennington wasn't just a rock icon. He was proof that even the strongest among us can struggle, and that vulnerability can be power. His music continues to speak for millions, a reminder that it's okay to hurt, to heal, and to keep going. From a Madonna fan flipping burgers to a voice that filled stadiums across the world, Chester Bennington's life was full of extremes, extraordinary talent, fulfilled dreams, and deep pain that he turned into art. We hope this deep dive showed you the man behind the microphone, a father, a friend, a foodie, a prankster, and a soul who carried the weight of the world, yet still chose to share light. His voice may be silent, but his message lives on. Powerful, honest, eternal. Thank you for joining us on this journey beneath the surface. If this story touched you or taught you something new, let us know in the comments. Every like and share helps keep his legacy alive. And for more deep dives into the lives and minds of the people who changed the world, subscribe to The Deep Dig. We'll see you next time.